YouTube, how's it going? The GOAT House is back. Today we got the San Francisco 49ers record prediction, going game by game, giving my prediction, then going back, best case and worst case scenario. This is the last of the record predictions. Sorry to 49ers fans for waiting so long. That's just how it ended up going here. Playlist full of all of these teams. And next, early this upcoming week, we got Super Bowl predictions, playoff and Super Bowl predictions, of course. So really excited about that. Near future, we got player rankings based on going forward for this upcoming season. So join us for all that. Smash that like button, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. You guys are voting for division winners, eventually wild card spots, and creating a playoff field. And then you guys are making your own predictions in a way, and that's on our Twitter here. And we'll post who will win the NFC West here on our Twitter as soon as this video's uploaded here. So it actually should be up there now. And here's our Twitter. Make sure you check it out at GoatHouse NFL. PlayoffPredictors.com is the website we're using for all these. 49ers, definitely an interesting team here because health is the key for them. They stay healthy. They're pretty damn talented. We know that. A very talented roster is probably one of the more complete rosters. Quarterback play is still a little bit of a question. Garoppolo, I think, kind of stayed the same where he didn't improve his game, where teams kind of figured him out, and then that almost looks like he's getting worse. I think add on top of the injuries, that doesn't help. They had Trey Lance, who I definitely believe in, but I don't think we can expect too much in terms of a passer early on. I do think he could be a little dangerous as teams don't want to deal with that running ability, that offense when he's running. So we'll see who starts week one. We'll see when Trey Lance, kind of can see where my head's at. Garoppolo probably starting early on, but Lance probably going to end up in there somewhat early. They just got to stay healthy. It's sad, but we're almost at the point where it's really hard to trust this team to stay healthy. It's really tough. I don't know what they got going on over there, but it's rough. But a very talented team. Love the pass rush, linebacker unit. The weapons they have too. It just got to stay healthy. It's almost every single category. Niners, Lions. The Lions can be a sneaky team, especially in week one. Anything can happen. I got to take the Niners, though. Playing the Eagles in week two, this is a good time to play the Eagles because the Eagles got a very good pass rush, good rotation, but you expect the Niners offensive line to be healthy here at this point. They're going to hold it down for the most part. I'll take the Niners. Packers, Niners. Niners were just such a bad matchup for the Packers. The Super Bowl run year for the Niners, they just beat them up every time they played them because their pass rush was able to take advantage of the Packers' offensive line for the most part. I do think things are a little bit different. I think Garoppolo is playing pretty well then as well. Thinking Aaron Rodgers plays, and then they kind of, in a way, get revenge. They did beat them last year. It was against a lot of backups. But I don't think we can base too much off of 2 years ago. I don't think that – I do worry – not really worry about it, but the Niners secondary – they got some guys that can play. There's really no holes there. If one corner, Verrett, as injury concerns goes down, they got a hole at the corner, I think. I think Rodgers kind of has, if he plays, has a pretty solid day at this time around. So I'm not trying to base things off of seasons ago. I'll take them over the Seahawks at home. 49ers, Cardinals. This was tough. I was pretty confident. I already did the Cardinals video, but I was pretty confident in that they would split. It's just tough figuring out what I could see them winning away games here. Thinking the Niners a little healthier here. Maybe it's not too much of a difference, 5-9 there. So I had them splitting there. Bye week, Colts versus Niners. I actually really like this matchup for the Colts. I picked the Colts in this one. Carson Wentz, though, I'm not a big Carson Wentz guy where he's at his career, so the Niners defense could give him some problems. I don't think their pass rush is really going to take over because it could. You do worry about the Colts at left tackle, see if Fisher's in or out, whatever at this point, but at left tackle. But I don't know if their pass rush should be too much of a factor. I do think the Colts, with their defense, I think it's kind of built to take advantage of playing a struggling Garoppolo or a young quarterback. I think it's built to dominate those types of mainly the young quarterbacks that, they'll give a lot of disguised coverages, cover two, and it's harder for those guys to beat it. So I think they match up pretty well. And if it's Trey Lance and he's running, I trust the Colts to stay sound and not allow those big runs. I think on the outside is where Lance could have some success. but nothing inside. I just like the way the Colts match up here. No, Niners, Bears. I think the Niners get some good pass rush in this one. Bears tackles could be struggle a little bit. I like their interior. I like the 49ers Monday night. It just seems like Shanahan has some success, at least some, against McVay, really, the Rams. It is a different Rams team. It's not Goff anymore, obviously, it's Stafford. So, but the Niners kind of just wear them out when they play them. That's what I love about the Niners. They'll wear you out, pounding the football, with their game plan. It seems like they do that against the Rams every time. So I'll stick with the Niners there. Niners, Jags. It's just always the question down the stretch here. Are the Niners going to be healthy? It's so hard to trust them to be healthy. You can look at receiver, you can look at O-line, you can look at the pass, everywhere. Ridiculous. But I'll take the Niners in that one. Vikings, Niners. I think both these teams are trying to pound the football in this game. I'm going to trust Dalvin Cook a little more in that game. I also think Kirk Cousins will be able to throw the ball. Again, I'm not loving the 49ers. The secondary is not at all bad, but I don't think it's as good as it was 2 years ago when they made their run. So I do think the Vikings could have some success passing the ball as well. That should be a pretty good game, though. Again, how many I guess the Vikings, you worry about the health as well. They were pretty depleted last year, but the Vikings revamped run defense is actually looking like one of the better ones in football. Straight down the middle where the Niners want to get you. So that I think the matchup side with the Vikings there. I had the Seahawks grabbing this one against the Niners, so it ended up being a split. The Bengals could air it out downfield. They could have some success downfield. You worry about health for them as well as the Niners. The Niners going on this one. Shanahan playing his old team here in the Falcons. I actually picked the Falcons this one. I think the Falcons offense could have some success. Our offensive line, I think, should be pretty solid at this, developing at this time of the season. Hold down, not completely stop, but hold down the 49ers pass rush, and they could actually have some success throwing the ball downfield here. So I like the way the Falcons match up with them. 49ers and Titans, another running battle. I really like this Titans roster this year. Thursday Night Football in Tennessee. I'm gonna take Titans in that one. I think Derrick Henry could have some success in that one. It really depends on who's at quarterback for the Niners, how they're playing, and the health of the rest of the team there. And I got them beating the Texans. And this is the one. This is the big one. This is the big one last game of the year. This could be flexed to prime time. I was back and forth on this one. Niners seem to always beat the Rams. Match up really well. Again, they wear them down. They have success against the Rams' high-powered defense. There's a powerful defense. Stafford, though, could they, will they turn the ball over less? Will they have more production on offense? Will the 49ers be healthy here? Well, I guess will Stafford be fully healthy here? That's kind of the question. That's what I originally had. The Niners still beating them twice, so I'll stick with it. So around the 10-7 range here. Very tough, though, because, because it's tough because do you trust them to stay healthy? But at the same time, I did have them losing some games down here. So, if they stay healthier than expected, they could pull off some of these games or more, maybe a game while they're healthy here. We can do best case. Maybe they're a matchup problem for the Packers still. I think they'll split with the Cardinals, whether it's that way or this way. I do like the way the Colts match up with them. I really do. They could beat the Vikings. They gave them some problems a couple years ago. And they could beat the Falcons too, 13-4. I don't know if I see the 13-4, but it's realistic looking at these games. Maybe 12-5 is a little more like it. We can go like that if we want. 12, 13 wins, I guess, is kind of the best case. Worst case, this would be if they just got absolutely beat up here. But I don't think too much changes. I don't think too much changes around here. If they. I don't have, because even if they're hurt, they're still a kind of a dangerous team. They're so well prepared, so well coached, tough team, high motor team. It's not like everyone's going to get hurt. They're going to have some studs out there. Fred Warner, he's going to be out there balling. So that says a lot about the 49ers because even if, worst case, a lot of injuries, I still say around the 8-9 win range. And they put up some fights last year as well. They're still a little bit of a dangerous team there. So, so I got them right around, 10-7, right around that range. I think it's pretty, want to call it 10, 9, 10, 11, around that range, for them. It's just tough because they already got some injuries. I don't know, 2 guys tear their ACLs in the same day. It's tough. It's just, so we'd hope they don't start off like that, where more guys get hurt, and then that just gets them in a, dig themselves a hole early on. That just can't happen, so interesting team, very talented team if healthy. Curious to see what they do with the quarterback position. I would just start Lance right away. If that's me, you trade up a lot to get him. 3rd overall pick for a reason, right? I mean, I'd start him right away. Garoppolo's not working out right now, and they're worried about his health. So we'll see what they do. Very curious to see what they do with that situation. But that's going to do it for the 49ers record prediction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Playlist with every single NFL team now on the channel, so check it out. All 32 teams in that playlist. Early next week, playoff predictions, Super Bowl predictions, player rankings right around the corner as well. Really excited about all that. So join us. Smash that like button, subscribe, follow our Twitter. Very important. It's going to do it, though. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.